Now, boys and girls, just a thought for you for today, and I want you to think about something. You see, God wants us to be holy. The Bible tells us that God is holy. He is very holy, and He wants us to be holy too. But I wonder, what does it mean when we are to be holy? Now, let me show you something. I have here an old sock. In fact, it's a very old sock. And if I just put it over my hand to show you something, look at this. Can you see it? Can you see my finger? Where there should be cloth at the bottom of the sock. This is a really old sock and it's not much use anymore. It's got a hole in it. And the other sock has a hole in it too. So I wonder, does that mean these are holy socks? Now you're thinking, aren't you? Yes, they've got holes in them, but that's not what the Bible means by holy. And very similarly, you maybe have a pair of jeans that's got a hole in the knee. Or maybe you've got one of those fashionable jeans that has holes in both knees and they buy them that way. But that's not what it means to be holy either. And here's another one. I've got this really old t-shirt and I use it for gardening. And one day I was out and I was wearing the t-shirt and it caught on the fence, and look what happened to it. It's got this big hole in it. I can even look through it. Does that mean it's a holy t-shirt? Well, it's got a hole in it, but that's not what God means by holy. After all, if we were to get ready for bed and look in the mirror, we don't see holes in our body or anything like that. No, of course, the word that God is referring to as holy means something totally different. This holy is spelt differently and it means something entirely different. And if we look up the dictionary, the word holy is in the dictionary, and I looked it up to see what it would say. And it says dedicated or set apart for God. So whenever God tells us to be holy, He wants us to be set apart for Him. He wants us to do all the things that are right for Him and the things that He wants us to do. So to be holy means that we are being set apart for God. When God said He wants us to be holy, He wants us to live the way that He would ask us to do. He wants us to be doing all the things that He wants us to do. He wants us to see all the right things and not be looking at things that we shouldn't look at. He wants us to say the right things and not be speaking in ways that He wouldn't want us to speak. And He wants us to listen to the right things so that what we're listening to is appropriate and helps us to get to know Him more. And in everything, to be holy, He wants us to try not to sin. Now, for all of that to happen, first of all, we need to ask Jesus to take away our sin. Pray to Him, say we're sorry, and ask Him to take away our sin and to come into our lives to help us. And then He wants us to try to live the way that He would like us to be holy. And what's more, we'll make mistakes. But if we do mess up, then He tells us that all we need to do is ask for forgiveness again. And then we start over and try again to live the right way and try to be holy. So God is saying, when we ask him into our lives, he will make us holy. He will set us apart. But then we have to try to stay being holy, to keep being holy by doing the right things for him. And now the song that we're going to sing along to, hopefully, is called, "Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see," warning us to be careful so that we are holy.